Alright, so in this video we are going to continue with the Adventure Library tutorial. So we finished off adding some room definitions, room connections, and talking about looking around, key binds, word binds, move in directions and so on. So there's a few other things I want to add here. You may want to just allow the user to type a direction rather than go east. East is fairly common as well. So what I can do is I don't want to do this. Okay, so I've seen people, not this. I don't want to do this. Okay, so the problem with doing this is when I run the program, where is it? CD Python with two Y's, I misspelt it. CD desktop, CD YYTHON, and then Python game.py. Now if I do this, this is the start room. If I type east, it works. Well, it doesn't work, but it accepts that I want to go in that direction. If I type north, it accepts that I want to go in that direction. If I type up, there is no exit that way. If I type south, up, this is the room above the start room. It accepts those directions. But if I type eat, there is no exit that way. If I type move, there is no exit that way. What it's done is any single word that doesn't match with any other bind is going to get eaten up as a direction by this particular bind. So what I need to do is I need to define the directions and then say direction equals east, like that, so that this actually passes the parameter east to this here. So it's very similar to this, but we are defining that, and I could define it for other things as well. So your move function with the bind might have quite a bit of things. So east, go east, and E will all work as that. Of course, I would define the other variables as well. If I had added directions, up, down, they would be in here as well. So I could define all of these, and I might have 10, 12 lines, depending on what I'm doing, defining those in there. The real purpose of this video here is to just go back and have a look at this room property. So it's set to room.visited equals 1. Right at the start, I'm going to change the current room.visited to plus equals 1. Okay, and that's going to increase it by 1 because we're already in the start room. And I am going to get rid of this bit that says print current room.exits. I don't need to print the exits. There's probably a better way to do that. A better way might be to actually put the descriptions in here because they're unlikely to change. So you may put them in here, like there is an exit to the north, there is an exit, there are stairs leading up, and that way you can do more descriptive exits rather than just list all the exits. But down here I want to actually print out print current room dot visited plus equals 1. So we're increasing, if we change rooms, so it only changes rooms here, we're going to increase the times that we visited that room. Then we're going to print out the current room, print you have been in this room times F, and then current rooms dot visited. I will just make that a little bit smaller. So what this does here, the F lets me put variables inside these little braces. You may have seen it, we've done it in class differently. We've done it like this, and in fact it will work exactly the same way. Dot format, like that. That is just, in fact that's probably better, so I'll do it that way. So what will happen now, I run the program. This is the start room, go up. This is the room above the start room, and then it says current rooms is not defined because of course it's not. It should be current room. So we'll run this again. Go up. This is the room above the start room. You've been in this room 1 time. It doesn't make sense 1 time. I could probably write something to make that a bit more make sense. So go down. You've been in this room 2 times. Go up. Go down. So now I'm keeping track of how many times I've been in the room. Go north. Should say 1 time for that. Go south. That's 4 times. Go north. So I'm keeping track of how many times I've been in that room. And I could do it with a whole lot of other variables. I could just say equals false. And then I might have something later on to say if room.visited equals false, maybe, and the room name is end room or whatever, then write something and then change the room.visited to true. So it never writes that particular line again. So next video we're going to look at items and bags, and we'll kind of have to look at those things together to see what they do.